Hey guys, David Pingree here with Racer X Online, and we're out here on a really fun bike today. Something a little different for us. This is the Husqvarna Svartpilen 401. And Husqvarna has really made a push into the street bike market the last few years. They've also introduced 701s. This is it's the big brother to this guy, which is a little more geared for street specific. This is kind of designed to be more of a scrambler or something where you can get off. And that's what we wanted to show today was that not only is it a really fun bike on the road, but you can actually take this thing off into the dirt and follow some dirt roads, fire roads, trails, as long as it doesn't get too gnarly. And this thing's pretty capable. You know, it's a smaller little bike, so it fits a guy like me really well. If you're 6 foot plus, you're gonna probably feel a little bit cramped on it. But the neat thing is it's so light and so nimble. You get out into these dirt roads and it's like it's just like a motocross bike. It feels very, very agile. You can move it around on stuff. The only thing that I ran into today on this bike that I needed to change was the ABS was on when I took off into these dirt roads. And so the first tight turn I came into, I kept stepping on the rear brake pedal and it just kept dropping down and I wasn't slowing down. And it kind of stained my shorts as I came into that first turn. But once you get that down where you can kind of, back it in a little bit and just have some feel with the brake, perfect. And just really, really impressive how easily this gets around in the dirt. Having raced a little bit of supermoto, I'm kind of comfortable with slicks on dirt and know what they're able to do and what they're not able to do. And this is the TKC 80 Continental tire that they put on here, kind of the go-to for a lot of the adventure guys. And it's super good. I mean, on the road, I thought, this thing might hop or be really loud. Slightly louder than the standard tire, like you hear a little bit of road noise, but it still performed great. And then when we jumped onto the trails, definitely a better grip on the dirt than what the standard tire or a slick would have. So super fun though all the way around. And they've done a few modifications to this bike. These are the different colored wheels that actually come on the Vitpilen they swapped over. It's got a bunch of the Husqvarna hard parts. So the Akrapovic exhaust, and that's just a muffler. There's actually a company from West Virginia, ironically, that sells a Cat Delete exhaust system with an ignition and airbox cover as one unit. And I bought that. I own one of these bikes. I actually bought a Svartpilen. That's how cool I thought these bikes were, and I love mine. I put that Cat Delete system on there. We'll show you a photo of it, and it looks like a cone pipe all the way down. It removes all the catalytic converter stuff. Husqvarna does not approve of this. I will have to say that right up front, but Appalachian Motorsports, look them up if you have one of these and you want your bike to be night and day better in terms of performance and looks, and it's 20 pounds lighter. This system right here, drop that out, it's 20 pounds off the bike. Really, really fun. But on this, they just have the muffler that you can buy from Husqvarna. They have these mirrors that actually clip onto the end of your bar instead of the tall ones that hang up here. Just a little neater, a little cleaner looking. They threw some Pro Taper handlebars on it. A lot of this is Husky hard parts, like I said. So the front light cover, which is pretty cool. If you're out here riding in some dirt, you don't want to hit a branch or have a rock pop up and chip your light. It does have a Recluse clutch, and not necessary. I don't have one in mine, but it is fun to be able to just roll to a stop in gear and not have to worry about it stalling. So it's a nice feature in here if you're going to be doing some off-roading. I think if you're just on the street, you take it or leave it. But once you're starting to take it onto some trails, that Recluse is pretty nice. It actually, it's a slipper clutch, so it keeps you from chattering as you're downshifting or if you start sliding a little bit, and just really helps you modulate the power as you come on. If you're low RPM, it really like has a nice feed to it, so you won't get a bunch of wheel spin. So the Recluse is really good for that. But all these parts, including these soft bags here on the tank and on the back, all through Husqvarna Hard Parts. You can check out their catalog and get all that. A lot of people ask me, how does this 401 do on the highway, on the road? Is that it's a really little bike? They're afraid it's just not enough. But like if you looked at the KTM Super Duke, that's the same basic engine, and it's very, very capable. I buzz along on mine at a pretty good clip. Let's just say 85 plus, 90 maybe, no problem, no problem. And the wind does hit you. I don't have a screen of any type, so if it's cold out, that can be rough. You don't want to go for long, long rides, but anything within an hour or so, and especially anything around town, that's where this thing really shines. It's so light, whether you've got to dodge something or just in terms of feeling like you can stop or accelerate and get away from things on the road. man, I feel so safe riding my bike because I just always assume everyone's trying to kill me. And I think that's the best way to approach riding on the street, because most of the time they are. But this is a really, really great bike and super capable in the dirt. So if you're kind of looking at something where, yeah, I want a street bike, but I want to also be able to dart off into the roads once in a while, I don't want to spend the money on a bigger bike, these things are super affordable, really, really fun, and certainly capable to go off onto some trails and dirt roads and have a good time. So check them out at your local Husqvarna dealer. This is the 401 Svartpillen. They also have a Vitpillen, which is a little more drop down, road racy looking. And then they've got their big brothers, the 701s. You can check those out. Again, very, very cool looking bikes. Lots of fun. So Husqvarna is doing great things on the road market. Check those guys out. We'll see you guys in the next Racer X test.